want to talk about a post by my friend about her mother's journey in hospital. In fact, her mother and we did some courses together in 2011, and after that we lost touch, and I met her daughter in 2018, Fina. Only then I realized her mama passed away because of cancer, and she wrote such a wonderful post. In fact, it's best I use this post and read, because so far she clearly nailed down everything, and it's best you listen to her. The title goes, Healthcare or Nightmare, and the amount which was spent in hospital was 1,018,469.29. It is actually 1,018,469.29 to treat her mom in a hospital. So make a wild guess, what could be the duration of a mother's time in hospital to spend $1,018,469.29? Just take a second and think about it. I bet none of you can get the answer right, because that it's actually just 58 days stay in a hospital in Singapore costed so much. So it is 10 doctors, 58 days in the ICU, one gigantic bill, and mom's life lost. Never in my life would I have ever imagined I would see a 1 million medical bill. It's a real case in Singapore. It's not a fictitious case. That's why I want to read from a post so that I don't alter the words. $350,000 in medication, over 1,000 doses of drugs, complication one after another. If you watch my earlier video on drugs and its side effects, every drug have at least 10 to 20 side effects. And if 1,000 drugs has been administered to a patient in 58 days, is there a possibility of a cure? There is no way. What she said was, it's a long story, but I'll just highlight the important points. If you want, please write to me and I will send you this document. 58 extremely painful suffering days, immobile in a cold and sterile hospital room. Looking back, this is the key point. Looking back, it's all a lack of the right knowledge that cost my mom's life. The painful unknown is, I will never know whether we did the right thing to send mom in through these doors. See, this is because she loved her mom so much. In fact, the two sisters, they both adored their mom. Such a happy family. In fact, her mom was quite a health conscious mom, but she ended up having cancer for some unknown reasons. And now she regrets whether even sending the patient to the hospital was the right decision she made. That's how it is, because in a hospital, what they do is, you are one person, but the moment you enter a hospital, each specialist look at you as an isolated part. There is not even one person looking at you in totality. Each doctor will come and look at, okay, if it is a cardiologist, he's look at just your heart. If it is a respiratory doctor, he just look at your lungs. If it is a gastroenterologist, he just look at your digestive tract. So every doctor will come and just look at his portion, and there is nobody who's looking at you in totality. And this is the mistake happened. $350,000 by 10 doctors, and that's what probably 10 would have been 10 different specialists, and each one look at her as an isolated part, and each one gave medication for their own thing, and ended up the body couldn't handle it. There are many health alternatives that can help reverse cancer. If you don't believe, the entire shelf here is mainly on cancer and stuff. There are people who actually never believe that there is only one route to cancer, which is chemo, radiation and surgery. In other words, some people call it as cut, burn, poison. It means cut is for surgery, poison is for chemo, burn is for radiation. That's what it does. But some people really put a lot of efforts to find out, and there are hundreds of solutions worldwide, which you can do it together with this or on its own. There are many health alternatives that help reverse cancer. However, what is the dose and frequency required to achieve that outcome. Unfortunately, it's mostly trial and error. And in mom's instance, she was unable to consume the dose required to reverse a condition. Because of this, we were selectively closed-minded to recommendations. There were many doctors, alternatives and nutritional supplements that family and friends recommended. We explored some and missed many. However, if we stayed 100% open and explored all alternatives, one of them may have been able to save my mom, a very costly regret. One more thing, there are other things she wrote, but I quickly fast forward. She says, unfortunately, I feel that the healthcare ecosystem is such that specialists and private facilities are gravely expensive, and it seems that billing is structured in a way to max out insurance payment in a cold and professionally institutionalized way. My heart felt cold when I saw that on my mom's 1 million bill, she was referred to as a customer and not patient. It's a reality, because the moment you go into a private hospital, it's all dollars which matters. In fact, if you check into some private hospitals, the first thing they do is to check where you stay, how much money you have, because at some instances you may even have to sell off your house because it's that expensive. That's why they wanted to ensure you even have money to afford their fees. That's what happens, and it's a reality. And now she gives a conclusion. More than ever now, I deeply feel that if you do not invest time, money and energy in your health, you will spend your fortune on sickness. Here is where I may want to add on one word. You will spend your entire fortune on sickness. I want to add the word entire, because I've seen families who have spent their entire wealth, but at the end again the life is lost. Now I look at the families, there are few more surviving people and they have nothing left. And this is what happens if you are negligent in our health. Ignorance is gravely costly. The right knowledge saves lives and protects families. I hope this post have helped some out there. May we live with vigor and die without suffering. Rest in peace, my beloved mummy. I really feel very sorry for her, because her mum was also pretty young, not that old. And what I'm seeing in the last 10 years is all the cancer people I see, the age is getting younger and younger. Not just cancer alone, even heart attacks are happening at 30. Diabetes is coming at 30. People are already, by the time they're 30 to 40, they're already on some of the drugs. And it's all actually ignorant. Ignorance is what behind most of the people's diseases. If they know what is food, what is a food-like substance, how to live right, most people can stay healthy. But it's the ignorance, as she's rightly put, is actually driving most people to sickness. And then they again go after wrong kind of treatments without changing, modifying their own diet and lifestyle first. That's why the disease just comes back again and again.